Yeah, it's funny because some remember Doug on Nickelodeon, some remember it on ABC. It depends a little on when you were first exposed to it, but it's not often shows completely move to different networks, or in Doug's case, like go on a couple-year hiatus and then are just rebranded on a different network. From your vantage point, how did Doug's move from Nick to ABC happen?
It was not the plan. The plan was the agreements that we had with Nickelodeon were that they would make 65 half hours of Doug. And that number, by the way, is just a classic number to make. That by then, once you have that many episodes, then you can stream it daily, and it's sort of a calculation that most networks use. And somewhere around when we were heading toward the 52nd episode, we weren't hearing back from Nickelodeon about our pickup. And then one day they let us know, well, we're not going to finish the run. We're not going to do the last 13 with you, which was devastating at the time, of course. And so a couple of years passed. And we made some other stuff with Nickelodeon. They were trying to help us along. I mean, we had a company, and they felt a certain sense of responsibility about it. But in our contract, we were allowed to take Doug after 5 years of signing the agreement. If Nickelodeon did not take it to 65 half hours, we would have the right to take it elsewhere. And so this is just a timing thing because Disney just acquired ABC. And ABC, if you remember, back in the day, Saturday morning, kids ruled. That was their time, and there were lots and lots of cartoon shows out there, and Disney was going to need programming to get on ABC. And, of course, by then, Doug had a reputation, and when they found out that it was available, they met with us, and in pretty short order, decided not just to buy Doug, but to buy our company and to bring us in to do Doug and a number of other series with them. So it was a very exciting transition, and it was very unexpected.
How did Doug change from Nickelodeon to ABC, or did it change, the show itself?
Oh, definitely. People have very strong opinions about that.
Yeah, they do.
And I love that they have those opinions. I think it's great. It's kind of like real kids, when you come back from summer break and, a friend of yours, say it's a girl that comes up to you and they've cut their hair super short and you're like, what did you do? And I love that and I will say this, that a lot of people say, look how Disney messed up Doug or any of those things. That's not exactly true. Disney, because Doug had momentum, came to me and said, all right, we're starting, with these, we're going to make 65 half hours with you. What do you want to do? And so it was an opportunity to think that through, and I did want it to have, obviously I wanted it to have a sameness about it and to be recognized, but I also wanted it to be slightly different. I changed Doug from 11 and a half years old to 12 and a half years old, and all those little visual changes, like haircuts and slightly different outfits, was really to give the writers a new vantage point, a new way to enter into storytelling. Stories were not 11 minutes anymore. They were 22 minutes, so we could really get into much deeper or sillier ideas because we had the time. So I made the call on those things, and I appreciate Disney letting me do that and their support.